Hi everyone, my name's Annalie from Seventh Sense Healing. Welcome to this week's guidance reading. This week is covering the 14th to the 20th of October. I just wanted to say thank you to everybody for all the great feedback I received from last week's reading. I'd had a break for a couple of weeks and we had loads of messages coming through, so it was a long reading, and thank you for listening and providing your feedback. So it's great to hear that everyone's already connecting to the reading. So we'll be using the same cards this week, and we're going to start with the Ascended Masters. So we'll see what messages of support and guidance are coming up for us for this current week. Okay. So the first card is Father, Husband, Brother and Son. So it's masculine card, and it's talking about people in your life. It's a family connection or connection to partners, or people that you're married to, or even your exes. So basically it's telling you to look at the relationships you've got with male people in your lives. So there's an issue with a male in your life, and it could be a current issue or it could be a past issue. But something's happened with, one of the people listed on this card, but it also does extend to partners, husbands, exes as well. So there's some emotional healing that needs to happen. There's something unresolved that needs to be resolved. So when these cards come up, it means that you can't quite fully move forward in what you're doing until you've resolved that issue with this male person in your life, current or past. So really think about who is coming through in this card for you this week. Think about who it might be. There might be more than one. And you've got to work now to resolve that issue with them. So, if it's somebody you don't want to talk to, a nice thing you could do is write them a letter. They don't ever have to receive the letter, but you could write down, all your thoughts or your feelings. If they did something to upset you or hurt you, you could write down how you felt and, put the letter away. You can burn them, that's quite effective. And what that's doing is taking everything out of your head, all your unresolved thoughts, emotions, feelings, pain, putting it down on paper, writing it to that person, telling them how you felt, what they did, and then burn it or bury it or, lock it away somewhere. And that's a really good way of clearing old hurts and pains. If it's somebody current in your life, and you are, or in the past, and you are able to talk to them, then of course, sit down, talk to them, and try and work through whatever the issue is, and try and clear that healing. Because if there's things unresolved, if there's things, that you didn't quite sort out with someone, it will just bubble and brew inside. And at the end of the day, everybody makes mistakes, everybody does something wrong, and often it's unintentional, and, we need to forgive and forget if we can. Sometimes we can't always forget, but we can still forgive. And if we don't forgive, again, we hold it inside, we hold it in our heart chakra, our heart area becomes blocked, we block ourselves down and we don't connect, and that's not healthy for you, and it's not healthy for the people around you. So, we have to open up and forgive, even if it's the hardest thing in the world sometimes, so that we can move on and we don't harbour that pain, resentment, those negative feelings inside. So quite a deep card really for our first one this week. But yeah, there's something unresolved with a male in your life, current or past, that needs healing, needs to be forgiven, needs to be let go of, and you need to move on. So we'll see what the next card brings up for us. So we'll use the Crystal Angels next. Oops. So they've already taken a couple for us. Okay, so the first Crystal Angel card is Apophyllite. And we just had a card, about deep emotional healing there. And the next card that's come through has got a green crystal on, right in the heart space. So it's a real heart chakra crystal card. And it says increased support. So your positive focus and willingness to receive have opened the doorways to abundance of help and opportunities. So, as I said with the first card, if we harbour things inside, if things are left unsaid or unresolved, then we shut down. We close our heart space down, we put these protective layers up here. And that stops us from moving forward, it stops us from healing, it stops us from new opportunities, new connections. So it's really important to open up the heart space, clear out all those old emotions, those negative thought patterns, whatever it is, let them go. And this card is saying, because you're doing that work, you're allowing that work to take place, it's opening yourself up to new things, new abundance will come in, and help as well. So help could be in a physical form from people around you, or it could be from, spirits, angels, whoever watches over you are also going to be giving you help. So keep going. It's not easy to do this healing work. It's one of the hardest things in the world to do, really, to open yourself up, to let all those emotions come out, to heal and to forgive, to forget, to move on, to let go. Because it will bring it up to the surface, so that you have to feel those feelings again, acknowledge them, let go and move on. It's not easy work actually, but it's so important, so beneficial. And when you do that good work, look how the fairy angel is opening up on the card. Everything's glowing, opening up. And you'll get that support you need. So even if you feel like those emotions, you have to go back there, you have to forgive that person, once you let it go, you open up, you release, you're free from all those things you've been holding on to, weighing you down, on your shoulders, burdens. Let them go, free yourself, and everything you want will come to you once you do the healing work and you let it all go. So really nice card. And the second card that came out then with the crystal angels was the amethyst card, and it says revealing your true self. So as you allow others to know the real you, you'll be loved for who you really are. So I love this card, and I really love this message. So when we're young, when we grow up, when we go to college, when we go to uni, when we do training, when we get jobs, we create this vision, this image of who we think we are. And that could be something that, we came up with ourselves, or it could be something like everyone in your family's doctors, therefore you need to be a doctor. Or, parents have said, I think you should do this, you'll be good at that. And it might be that you do that, for 10, 20, 30 years. And then suddenly you start to think, is this actually what I want to do? Is this actually what I'm meant to do? Am I enjoying this job? Do I love my life? Do I feel like everything is how I want it to be? And more often than not, later on, as you grow and develop and change, we often outgrow those roles from when we were younger. So that happened to me myself. So I trained as a lawyer. I worked as a lawyer for 20 years. I still do some consultancy work, but the real me is a yoga teacher, a healer, and I'm on my journey just like the rest of you, and I'm growing and changing and doing new work and doing these card readings as a lawyer, opening myself up to do readings live. It's quite a shift, isn't it? So we can all do it. And if you don't know quite what your calling is yet, just start to have a look at what things you enjoy. And often we need to go back to when we were young or when we were teenagers, before we got sucked into work, to life, paying mortgage, paying rent, bills, all of that stuff, all the humdrum. Who were you before all of that? What did you love? What do you enjoy? What makes your heart sing? What makes you feel happy? What makes you come alive? When are you at your happiest? Have a think, because that's what you should be doing. Life isn't meant to be a chore and drag you down. We come here for a great experience to learn and grow. That doesn't mean sticking to the 9 to 5, whatever that is, without change your whole life. And when you show your true self, people will connect you even more. So that heart chakra we've been talking about this week, opening up, helps you connect. When you show the real you, people who are real and are suited to you will come into your life. Less fake people around you, less people who might be using you for certain things. You'll make true life connections with people on the same page and the same level as you. So rediscover who you are. We're all work in progress and we can change as much as we like during this lifetime. So it's a really lovely card. So look deep. Who's the real you? Connect to that side of you. It might mean doing new training courses. It might mean changing jobs. It could be a whole range of different things you might want to do to really be the real you and show the real you. And I'm working always training, doing new courses, new qualifications that I can build a real me, and it's an ongoing process and it's amazing. So we can all do it. Yeah, so once you do that, you'll be loved for who you are. So really, really nice card. Okay, so we'll do our final pack. These are the fairy cards. Let's see what comes out for us today. Let's have a look what we've got. I love this card. So it's connect with nature. So it says you're rejuvenated and inspired by spending time outdoors. So doesn't that follow on really nicely from our last card about revealing your true self? So often I find when I go out for walks with my dog, when I go down to the beach, you know, when I go up to the forest, that you're really connecting back. You know, there's no distractions. Well, make sure you're not on your phone when you try and connect with nature. So turn your apps off, turn your phone off, maybe leave it in your car or leave it at home when you go for your walk, and really connect back to nature. So not only does it help you feel rejuvenated, maybe, you know, we've got this nice kind of extended heated weather, so get out in the sunshine and boost yourself. You know, it will rejuvenate you, but it helps clear your mind. And when you clear your mind, then you can open yourself up. So if we're not worrying about work, jobs, family, money, you know, bills, whatever it is, and our mind's not overloaded with these thoughts, and we're walking out in nature, and it's nice, you know, to do it with friends or family or pets, but it's also nice if you can get out on your own, and it might even just be sat in your garden in the sun. You don't have to go far to connect with nature. It might be your local park down the road. I have a little park down the road and I just go and sit under one of the trees 2 minutes from my house. So whatever that nature is, it doesn't need to be something that you've suddenly got to build in perhaps to an already busy schedule. But when we connect, when we just sit, when we just be, when we just listen to the birds or look at the sun, then we're going to start to really think about what it is in our lives that we want. We're going to start to really think about who is our real self? What are our messages that might come through? Who are we? Who are we going to connect to? So really start to connect to nature, help it to help you open up, help it to help you think about who you are, what you are, and where you're going to move forward. So really nice cards this week. So let's just have a quick recap. So there's some emotional healing to do with a male in your life. You're getting increased support there with that healing, so keep doing the healing work, keep, you know, moving forward with all of that, and you've got the support, and it's going to help abundance come in. Start to think about who the real you is, connect back to when you were young, but maybe before you worked, or what you really love doing, and reveal the true self inside. And then use nature to help you connect back, to help you think who you are, and all of those things. So have a great week, everybody, and I'll see you next week.